What? Hey guys, Vick here and welcome to another review. Today we are looking at the landmark Clearomiser from Kaees. It's spelled Kaees, but it's pronounced Kaees. So it comes in a package like this. It's a Clearomiser like this. Now, why should you be interested in this review? Another sub-ohm Clearomiser? Well, a couple of reasons really. It's a fairly new company, Kaees. And this tank has some very nice features. It comes with a 0.5 canthal head, comes with a 0.2 nickel head, and it comes with a vertical RBA section, which I will build for you in the next video. Inside here right now I've got the temperature coil, 30 watts, 0.2, 430 Fahrenheit. Vapes very well indeed. You can crank it right up. With the 0.5 head you can go right up to 60 watts very comfortably indeed. What else does it have that is of interest to you? It has a spring-loaded top fill mechanism that I'll show you down low, and a juice flow control as well, which is very good. It also has big airflow if you're into that sort of thing, and you can really pump out these clouds with this. When I come back up top I'll put the 0.5 head in and we'll crank up the wattage and see what happens. But without further ado, we will go down low and we'll have a look at this Clearomiser up close. See you in a sec. Okay guys, here is the landmark Clearomiser up close from Kaees. Landmark Kaees. Fairly simplistic packaging on top. This is Clearomiser. Obviously I've got one head in and that's why there's one head missing there. It comes as it comes, there's not one in. If you turn it upside down, you've got all the important stuff, Kaees.com and all those sort of details, which is fair enough. You've got your RBA deck here, which we'll talk about in another video, and we've got the 0.5 head here. It's a vertical coil, as you can see with canthal, that one, and it looks a lot like that, an awful lot like that. Underneath you've got, for some reason, well, for the RBA sort of stuff really, you've got a little screwdriver jobby. It's interesting. You've got some wire, an O-ring, and sort of like a mesh cover, and a little instruction manual. So let's put all that to one side. And yeah, those are the heads. Showed you that. Put that to one side there. Okay, so here is the Clearomiser. One thing which is very cool, and I'll show you first, it's got the cutest drip tip. It's got like a drip thing on top, and that's part of the filling thing that I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, it's got the coolest little drip tip you've ever seen in your life. And that goes on here like that. Okay, so the first thing, and this is a big feature of this Clearomiser, it's got this spring-loaded top filling method. So what you do is you push and turn, and when you do that, you can fill down that hole and fill the Clearomiser up without taking it off your mold, which is pretty cool. And you just turn it around like that, and it is back together. Give it a little light there, and you're away. You're vaping again. You can also fill it just in the traditional way, just taking off this section here, and you are left with it like that. And you can just pour it straight in down there, down the side, as standard. So you can do it either way, whatever floats your boat, you can do it that way. This is the temperature head in here now. Big wick-holes, as you can see. Putting it back together, I will show you the airflow options available as well. I should show you the 510. 510's very flush, look at that, very flush, so be careful what devices you put this on. I don't recommend it on a hybrid mech, for example, especially with the temperature head. So, the airflow, this is wide open, huge airflow on both sides. The capacity of the tank, I should say as well, guys, is, according to the paperwork, 6 mil. I've got about 5.5 in. max, but 6mm according to the paperwork. There is the big airflow. You turn it around one, you get a very slightly less airflow. That really makes next to no difference, I promise you. That's almost just daft. And then the smallest way you can possibly have it is like this, which is 4 2.5mm, something like that, holes, and that is still vast, guys. So if you don't like much airflow, this is not your Clearomiser at all. Glass tank here in an interesting shape. Sometimes it gets a bit moist, this glass tank. I don't know if that's because it's not perfectly machined in there. I don't know. I should say this came perfectly clean with no machine oil on it as well, which is good. Oh, and here's a lion face, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'll talk about up top, and it just says Kiss on that side there. So that's Clearomiser. We'll go back up to the top. Okay guys, that was the Kiss Landmark up close. I forgot to show you up close, but it does have juice control, and you can just look through the glass and you can just turn this top head to close or open it. So if you've got high VG, you want to open it a bit. If you've got high PG, you want to close it a bit. I've put the 0.5 canfil head in now. And vaping a treat. That was at 40 watts. Let's go right up there. Let's go 55, something like that. Let's go 50. And it absolutely chucks it at 50. You know, to be fair, that is quite the piece. Flavour is very good as well. Super important with the Clearomiser. I think the price point is going to be. My bad. I think the price point is going to be around £30 in the UK, about $32, $33, $34 in America, but it's unconfirmed. I think it comes out officially next week. So, what have we got going on? What are the positives and negatives of this Clearomiser? The positives, for me, are it's got a glass tank, which is excellent. The juice flow control can go really big. Both heads work very, very well. I find the temperature one better for me personally, but you can absolutely ramp up the wattage with the canthal head if you like. You can with the temperature one as well. You can go 45 watts quite comfortably with the temperature one. Flavour's excellent, clouds are excellent. The juice flow control is really well done, nice little touch. The spring-loaded top fill is excellent. If you want, you can just fill it like a normal Clearomiser and take the base off. That's absolutely no problem at all. It can fit 6mm of juice, which is excellent as well. And overall, it is not bad looking. Now, what are the negatives? The negatives for me are the juice, the airflow controls limited options in terms of airflow. So you can have it on this big setting. You can have it on almost just as big setting, and then the smallest you can have it is 4 air holes like that, and that is still vast. That's still really vast, so there's no real way of getting it a bit lower than that. You know, this is I would danger to say that this is a sub-ohm Clearomiser for big clouds really. But as I say, the flavour is pretty good as well, so not too many complaints on that front. So that is it in a nutshell. The one other negative that I would possibly say is I have had a slight bit of sort of residue forming, tiny bit on the glass bit, a little bit. I don't know if that's me or the tank, but it almost, I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know how the metal and the glass fuses together or what have you, but a tiny bit of juice was on the glass the other day. The other thing, I'm not a massive fan of the lion face that's on one side. I'd prefer if it just said Kiss, or Kiss on one side and Landmark on the other side. That would be better for me in my personal taste and opinion. But no, a very solid Clearomiser indeed. Definitely want to check out. You know, it's got spring-loaded top fill, tick. It's got big airflow, tick. It's got spring-loaded top fill, tick, and it has got those vertical rebuildable coil heads. They rebuild a bit like, if you remember how people used to rebuild Pro tanks, they rebuild a bit like that. So I'll show you that in the next video, and I'll review them, and I'll break down these heads so you can see what's actually going on inside the 2 Clearomiser heads in the next video as well. And I'll give you a bit of an update of how I'm getting on with it as well in that video. But absolutely rock solid Clearomiser, very well built, really like it, nice price point, a great Clearomiser from Kaees, the Landmark Clearomiser. Give it a try, I rate it. See you again soon.